Hi, this is Brian Forster, and today we are in the area of the Valley of the Queens and the Valley of the Kings in ancient Thebes near Luxor in Egypt. And this is the Ramesseum. It's largely a dynastic Egyptian construction, but we'll see some anomalies here which date from pre-dynastic times. We know that because there are some very large statues and other features carved in very hard granite that show signs of catastrophic destruction. Now that is a kneecap from a massive granite statue that weighed originally 1,000 tons. And there you see in the background is the seated figure, and you see the 2 feet on the left-hand side and the massive base on which it once sat. This is the base itself, weighing in at approximately 400 tons. And this one giant block of stone, as well as the statue, the stone, Aswan granite, of course, came from the southernmost point of Egypt, the giant quarries at Aswan. And what we see here is strange deterioration of other blocks of granite. It appears as if the stone has been hit by very intense flashes of heat, and we believe that this happened approximately 12,000 years ago, solar plasma outbursts from the sun, as chronicled in my book, Aftershock. Now, this is what is left of the giant statue. And again, what we're going to see is the stone is heavily cracked and is sloughing off. Granite does not normally break down in this manner, and all of this supposed or proposed heat damage is on the back of the statue and not on the front of the statue or the sides. And that tells us that this giant seated figure was originally looking towards the Valley of the Queens area and was struck from the back. There you see some more large statues, but those are from the dynastic period, carved out of either sandstone or limestone. And here again, a strange heated area on a very large granite or diorite statue, or at least what's left of it. So we're now walking into the dynastic period aspect of this temple. And next we're going to be looking at this diorite stone, which again appears to have been hit by intense heat. You can see the cracking, you can see the discoloration, and you can see that pieces have basically, they look like they've been literally blown off the surface. So again, that's what distinguishes the pre-dynastic from the dynastic work. The dynastic Egyptians, as I've said many, many times, could not do fine work in granite. So this tells us that it is pre-dynastic. And here again, another diorite or granite section of a gate or wall that looks like it has been blown to pieces by intense heat. We're walking back through the dynastic part of the temple. You can see each one of these giant sandstone columns is made of multiple sections. And now we're going to walk back towards what is left of the giant statue. Again, this giant statue originally weighed 1,000 tons on a 400-ton base. On the left-hand side, you see dynastic works in sandstone. Again, very achievable during the dynastic times. But this huge statue, the main question is, how was it moved from the quarry? How was it cut from the quarry? And how was it shaped? And now we're looking at what's left of, again, a pre-dynastic work that is decomposing and falling apart in a very, very strange way, and again, likely the result of an intense burst of high heat in the very distant past, as well as the front of the base of the giant statue. You can see that it's been repaired in modern times using a type of concrete there. But here is the original granite stone decomposing in a very strange manner. Quite close by are the colossi of Memnon, and each of these originally weighed 720 tons apiece. The one on the right-hand side was repaired, likely during Roman times. And what we're going to see is that this giant statue once again shows very strange heat damage, mainly on the front surface, not so much on the sides, and very little on the back. And so this giant seated figure is basically facing eastwards, whereas the larger statue we were looking at was facing westwards. So that is why the back of the giant statue is so heavily decomposed. And in the case of the Colossi of Memnon, it's the front, not the back. So it would appear that there was a massive burst of solar plasma that struck the statue long before dynastic times, and that's why to this very day they're finding very large statues in granite in the background that they are excavating from underneath the surface of the earth. They all show signs of catastrophic heat damage. Now, once again, I have said many, many times, and you probably know, that the dynastic people were able to roughly shape granite, but they weren't able to work and create a high polish, such as we see in what I believe are the pre-dynastic sculptures. And also the sheer sense of scale. These two sculptures are actually made of quartzite, and the quarry for this quartzite is near Cairo. So they were moved hundreds of miles to their present location. Now, once again, you can see clearly that the front of this statue as well has been heavily damaged, again, most likely by an ejection of solar plasma. There is not as much damage on the sides, very little on the back, and you can see the very rough reconstruction work, again, likely done during the late dynastic or early Roman times. And in fact, this sculpture is so heavily damaged that it broke into several pieces. There again you see the rough reconstruction on the top, very inferior to the original work. So we will be returning to Egypt in March of 2020 if you'd like to join us on tour. Details coming up. We're going to Turkey in September of 2019 if you'd like to attend at hiddenincatours.com. Then we're going to India in January of 2020 to look at ancient machining technology evidence. Once again, Egypt in March of 2020. This tour will sell out very rapidly. And right after our Egypt tour, we're going to Israel to look at signs of lost ancient high technology. Thank you.